Hello, welcome back to English 3, Unit 9, Part 1 with me, Professor Neil, and my TA, Yonghi.
Hello, TA Yankee. Oh, fancy car.
Yeah, well, that's what we're sort of talking about today. Fancy things. What attracts people to other people?
Money.
Money. Yeah. So we're looking at qualities. Qualities. Is money a quality? I guess maybe it is. So we're going to look at warm-up.
Beautiful. Today,
Because-
lots of beautiful things.
Yeah, because here in the starter, it mentions the word qualities. Qualities. What are the most important qualities in a partner?
Qualities.
Yeah, and they talk here about traits. So qualities and traits. So in our warm-up, we're just going to cover the idea of qualities. Qualities are the characteristics or features of someone or something. They are the things that put you together. They can be your personality, such as your temperament, your psychology, your perception, your rationality. They can be what makes you a great leader.
Young is popping, dancing.
She's quivering. She's a bit nervous about this bit. But qualities.
She's better now.
Yeah. So if you go to Google and type in qualities, you get things like this. Right? So quality is the singular under philosophy. A quality is an attribute or a property, characteristic of an object in philosophy. No use that. Okay, so here, what are good personal qualities? Here are 10 personal traits. Notice the word traits. To include in your resume. If you're honest, accountable, diligent, ethical, loyal, punctual, flexible, team player, technologically competent, meaning good at computers. Those are qualities. Qualities are the things that you have to succeed. So if you click on images, we can see some images that give you long lists of qualities that you will need. Qualities such as to be a great leader. Qualities of a leader. If you have all these things, maybe you can say you are a great leader.
Professor Neil, are you supportive?
Oh, very.
Are you a problem solver?
The best.
Are you creative?
Obviously. And let's stop there, because otherwise people will start to think I'm a great leader and I don't
Are you
want...
inspirational?
No,
Are you honest?
obviously not.
How about, are you highly committed?
Yes, Yonghee, highly committed.
What does it mean, highly committed?
Like you go all in, you will do something. So
Ah.
those qualities that this thing on Google says will make a great leader. Here we have it. So if you go further, you can type examples of a good leader. Indra Nui. Mark someone. I don't know who he is. I mean, I think he's Steve Jobs. But yes, great
You're
leaders.
joking, Professor. No.
Oh, Mr. Elon Musk.
It's difficult not to know him these days.
Yeah, he's just like everywhere. He's like a virus. You can't escape him.
It was like that when Steve Jobs was alive.
Yes. All right, so leaders, great with their quotes. But we are looking at what are the most important qualities in a partner, not a leader. And we're looking at their traits. Qualities in a partner. So a partner, obviously, is your boyfriend or girlfriend. So if you type into Google, traits, characteristics, qualities in a partner, you get long lists. Long lists of things. Oh, let's click on that one. What Singaporean men and women want in a partner. What men want? Intelligent, funny, good kisser, financial status, looks, clean, smells good. What women want? Most of all, an intelligent man.
intelligence to make money.
Yeah, I don't know what they want. Oh, funny. Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, here. Financial status, 70%. Yeah, must have lots of money. Honesty, 77%. No body. Smells good. I guess that's why Brad Pitt is a... Oh, look at this one. The character traits of a godly wife. Oh, let's not go to that. All right, so good characteristics, good traits. That's what we're talking about today, and that was our warm-up. The most important qualities. What are the most important qualities in a partner? More than 5,000 people from around the world were asked this question. Guess their rankings, that means of the top spots, by assigning the traits in the box. Intelligence, money, similar interests, personality, appearance, sense of humor. So nothing about smell. That's right.
Why you keep going on about smell?
Well, because someone asked if Brad Pitt smelt good recently.
Ah, Minari.
Yes.
Actress who won the Oscar.
So, number 1, Yongi. Which quality or trait do you think was ranked number 1? 41% by men?
Professor Neil.
Yes.
Do you know who I am?
Yongi.
Yes. What Youngie loves the most?
Oh, intelligence. So you're going with intelligence.
Money.
Money.
Show me the money.
Okay, let's see if number 1 is money. Let's see if number 1 is money. Oh. No, personality.
Youngie was quivering there. She was nervous.
Number 1 was money. Alright, so let's put that in a sentence. Men and women ranked personality as the most important trait that they want in a partner. So this that, notice it's in brackets, and notice we've underlined the most important trait, because that relates to our grammar. Because what people are looking for in another partner is how good at grammar they are. That would be the most important trait. And for that, they need to understand. If you meet someone, you want to ask them, hello, would you like to go on a date? Do you know what the relative pronoun is? And if they cannot answer that question, you cannot go on a date with them because they don't know the answer to it.
Yesterday I read a book called The Formula. The first line in the book was that the author asked his wife, why did you like me? And then the wife answered to him, said, I fell in love with you because you knew the temperature of the sun. Professor Neil, do you know the temperature of the sun?
5,778 Kelvin.
Wow! So that, people clearly consider intelligence as the most important quality.
Can we get back to grammar?
Relative pronoun.
Relative pronoun. Everything is relative. Relative pronouns. Relative pronoun are things like who, that, whom, that, and so on down to which. And these are the relative pronouns. And we've underlined here the thing called antecedent, which is what the relative pronoun allows a relative clause to be about.
So relative pronoun is a pronoun that is connected to that antecedent, which is noun phrase. That's why noun phrase, right? In a pronoun. But then the relative pronoun includes the conjunction because it links two sentences.
Yeah, so let's look at that. But first, what we're going to do is look at important qualities in partners before we get to the grammar. So for example, here we've used 41% of men want a partner who has a good personality. So who is our relative pronoun?
Because who refers to a partner which is noun,
which the
antecedent. Because we call it in Korean 선행사, because it locates before that relative pronoun. Antecedent, 선행사. And it connects the following sentence. who has a good personality. So who also has to have conjunction linking.
Yeah,
words.
so it's a good way of making longer sentences.
Yes.
So number 2, giving you the answer. Similar interests. Number 2, similar interests. 21% of women want a partner who has similar interest or similar interests.
I like a person who is interested in the universe.
Yeah, I think we've gathered that. All right, number 3. What is number 3 is
sense of humor.
Sense of humor. Number 3. Intelligence. These people are lying.
I know. They don't seem to
So as
be
it
very
says
honest.
here, pink, 15% of women want a partner who has intelligence. Rather than the person who has no intelligence. So that means, does that mean that 85% of women want a man who has no intelligence?
That's a very unscientific conclusion, Professor Neil.
Well, that's what the table's telling us.
Just because I don't like pizza, it doesn't mean I like hamburger.
Number 4.
For appearance.
Very good, yes. 18% of women... just pause that. Yeah, appearance, it should be. 18% of men want a partner who has good appearance.
Oh.
So let's go for number 5.
Money.
You'd think that, but these people don't really care for money. They care for a sense of humour.
Did they just interview rich people?
13% of women want a partner who has a good sense of humour. But only 13% of women said that.
When they're on interview, there's a problem with the sampling.
Yeah, maybe. So the rest of the women don't care. But yeah, 13%. And obviously for men, sense of humour is not that important. Again, which is strange. They're saying personality is important, but sense of humour is not important. That doesn't make sense.
But good personality doesn't necessarily guarantee sense of humour.
Yeah, but alright, last one. Number 6 was money. Alright, so here's the question. Does that mean they want, so the 3% want someone who has no money or lots of money? It doesn't say. It doesn't tell us. It just says money. But we're going to assume now only 3% of women want a partner who has a lot of money.
Okay, I think I'm in that 3% group.
Yeah, me too. But, as we say, the way we're looking at this is to practice our relative pronouns. Also, to talk about what qualities or traits that we want in a partner. So men and women want a partner who has good qualities. I think that's a standard. Okay?
We like good quality leaders, good quality product too.
Yeah, it's the same thing, yeah. Alright. So let's see what Alan and Russell in their dialogue have to say about good qualities in someone. And we're going to do this while searching for the relative pronoun clauses that they use to describe their thoughts on other people. So first up, listen to Yonghee and I read the dialogue. So Yonghee, if you read Alan and I'll read Russell.
Russell.
Okay, go.
Have you met Denise?
Is she the friend who you told me about last week?
Yes, she's the one whose brother is a TV star.
I remember hearing about her, but I don't think I've met her.
I will introduce you. She's coming to the fundraiser we are doing on Saturday.
Why do you want us to meet?
I think you will like her.
The last relationship I had didn't go well. I'm not keen to start a new one.
Don't worry, I just want you to meet her. What's the harm in that?
Okay, what you arrange is fine with me. Meaning, whatever you do, I don't care. So in these, as we say, you've got some relative pronoun clauses. Our relative pronoun clauses, let's just shift them to a side. Have the relative pronouns such as who. So in the first one up the top here, you can see who. Is she the friend who you told me about last week? So, who is she? Who is the friend?
She is Denise.
Denise. Have you met Denise? Is she Denise? Is Denise the friend of Alan? Is she Denise who you told me about last week? So we got who. And then our next one here, we've got that. And that's of it. But notice here, it says she's coming to the fundraiser.
That
But there's no that.
you can remove it.
It's optional. Sometimes, not always, the relative pronoun clauses are optional. Just to make your life a bit more difficult. And then we got another one here. See, that is in brackets, so it means it's optional. And you can see in the dialogue, it doesn't appear. Sometimes it is optional. But not always. So like whose, which is related to possessive, is not optional. You have to include it if you're going to use it talk. She's the one whose brother is a TV star. So she, Denise, is the one. Denise.
And her brother.
Yes, the one. So the one means the friend who I told you about last week, whose brother is a TV star. So it's like Denise is the one. Denise's brother is a TV star. So that gets a little confusing. And then we got another one here. What? And what you arrange is fine with me. So what you do, the situation you set that you arrange is fine with me. So in each case, pronoun clauses include words like this, and they just make the sentences longer.
They connect. Relative pronoun connects two sentences.
Yes. Clauses are sentences. So a sentence is a clause. So a relative pronoun, as Yonghee says, connects two clauses to make a longer sentence. And in each case, there's an
antecedent,
which means appear before relative pronoun. So the noun phrase is normally.
So in each case, you can see here we've underlined the antecedent, of each of these sentences, and they refer to a part of sentence. So here, this phi symbol, this little circle with a line through it, relates to the subject, and so on through the grammar. And we're going to explain more about that in the grammar section shortly. For now, what we're going to do, so here underline the antecedents for you. Now we underline the what, Yonghee, because
what is already including the antecedent inside that relative pronoun. So you, for example, the thing which, there are three words. So the thing is a noun phrase, the which is a pronoun, but all three can be reduced down to one word, what. So what is including the antecedent.
Yeah, so
therefore,
it's like,
what is a relative pronoun, but at the same time, antecedent.
Yeah, so the meeting you arrange is fine with me. You know, the meeting you arrange, or the meeting you don't arrange with Denise is fine with me. Because of that, and because the notion of homework is going to pop up at some stage for you, I'm going to give you some questions about this dialogue. Like, who told Russell about Denise? Whose brother is a TV star? What is that they are doing on Saturday? What is it that didn't go well for Russell? What Alan arranged is fine with Russell. That's the tricky question. All right, and they're focusing on those relative clauses. So in the grammar section, as mentioned, we have relative pronoun clauses. Is there anything, Yoonghee, you want to add at this stage?
Just the purple color underline the antecedent. If, for example, the person who or that. After that, you see the phi symbol. So basically phi symbol means something is deleted.
Okay, so let's look at that in a little more detail. So we have here, it says antecedent and we got subject. So
meaning person, right? So the person who phi called yesterday wants to meet you.
Wants to see you.
Okay, not me, you. See you.
Okay. We'll fix that.
So, as you hear, Professor Neil, that phi thing, the purple one, that location is supposed to have the person. So the person called yesterday, but then it moved outside that sentence.
Okay, so as Yoonghee says here, the phi is moving the subject outside so that you can combine two sentences. So rather than saying the person called yesterday, the person wants to see you, it combines to make one sentence. And then the next one, we've got the girl who met Phi is my sister. So the girl who met you is my sister.
So the phi here is after verb met, so it's the opposite. The opposite moved its location outside who relative pronoun sentence.
And then we've got she is not the star player who used to be. She is not the star player who she used to be.
So notice here who is the relative pronoun, which is conjunction. After that we see new sentence, right? She used to be. After be verb is a complement. She is the star player. So that phi or the star player moved outside who sentence. Subject complement.
Moved outside. So you can see it moves. So it avoids repetition. They don't repeat it.
So they always appear before relative pronoun like who, that, things like that. That's what you call antecedent.
So that's what you call the antecedent.
Do you see the phi is exactly same as the star player, which appears before who, which, or that. As a subject complement.
It's not easy. It takes practice. It's going to involve a lot of study on your behalf to understand it. And you will require a good teacher to explain it to you.
So here again, you see the performer appears right before who, which is relatively close. So they give you a signal that there will be antecedent. After that, new sentence is gonna attached. So, but now we have to figure out what is that. So inside who, relative close sentence, there's a phi. You see, there's a phi sign. Is after make him something. So make opposite something that is opposite complement. They're referring to him doing that. The performing.
Yeah, so in each case, to avoid repetition, because you're combining two sentences using the relative clause, relative pronoun, so you're joining the one clause with the next clause, you don't want to repeat and say the performer twice.
Yeah, otherwise, you have to say he did not become the performer, and or because his father hoped to make him the performer.
Yeah. So you don't want to do that. But in one case where it gets a little strange is this possessive. So whose stops you repeating the possessive my friends. So my friend whose. So you don't say my friend's car I borrowed. Instead you replace my friends, which has the possessive apostrophe
S, yeah.
Right, with whose.
That's why now whose. Whose means apostrophe S, possessive, right?
Okay, Yonghee, do you think we've covered that enough for now?
Yeah, I think this should be enough. Too much detail is
Yeah, so I think it's ready to get on and practice some of it in the speaking part 1, and we will do that in the second video. So for now, thank you. This is the end of part 1, and this is bye from me. Bye.
Bye.